a lot that goes on in the industry, which is not my job to uncover, but it's something that's been going on in the industry, and those who speak about it usually meet their demise.
Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee. Heavy D was found dead, heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack.
This person was telling a story. This person was writing a book. This person was about to tell the truth. Why is everybody dead? Oh, it's a coincidence. Get the fuck out of here.
The only 2 left are Puffy and Al, and Al almost died.
And you really understand how I ended up in a coma.
Honey,
Nip Ass was there. That was late, way later after I went, but I was there with everybody, man. And then they sent me to I'll just say a traditionally white school, and we got the DARE program there, and they were like, yeah, gangbangers are bad. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, yeah, smoking crack is bad. And I'm like, wait, you can die if you smoke crack. I said, I got an uncle. I just saw him hit the pipe last night, and he ain't dead. So I was just like, okay, what agenda are they pushing when we go to these different schools? They tell us this. I just threw that out there because I was just like, I grew up around those types. Those are revolutionaries. Those brothers were revolutionaries. Shout out to one main brother. He was a gangbanger. That's what they would call him. His name was Banker T, but he was a hustler. He was a hustler. And he provided for his people. He provided. He took care of his people. He took care of everybody, all the kids on the block or whatever. He wasn't no predator. He was a real true one who really looked out for everybody. And he met his demise because of the whole gang violence stuff like that. But long story short, though, he was one of those real ones who really put it down. And that's kind of where I'm at with it right now, because the photo underneath you have an individual named DJ Academics. Your cousin called him Jerry from Tom and Jerry because they say he looked like Tom and Jerry. Erica Badu said that shit. That shit was hilarious. And then on the flip side, you got someone like Ronnie Bo, who's really trying to, stand up for the community. I just threw that in there just to kind of like set the tone. Like, we got these types of individuals in our community.
Well, let's stop playing with it and let's just get started.
Let's go.
Now, I had a little music that you put into the studio all set up. How about this?
Okay.
I don't know why. It just got that good feeling. It reminds me of Souls of Mischief.
Yeah.
Just has that feel to it.
I made this beat when my mom's passed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Years ago.
The one thing that I find interesting about the whole YouTube sphere, it's like you never know what planet you're on. It's like you wake up and you thought you were on Earth. And then you see all of this alien weird stuff going on the YouTube.
Speak on it.
Well, I mean, for me, when I look at this image on the screen, I mean, wow. You know, Jackass of the Week, Courtney Burgess,
Monkey ass of the week.
who straight stole Maggie's favorite hat and then jumped on panel trying to act like he was somebody special.
You say he was trolling Maggie?
Yeah, he stole Maggie's hat.
Wow.
Hey, Kenzen of the week of the decade, indeed. You know, it's always good to have you around. Yes, Maggie, he stole your hat. Now, see, Ralph said I stole his bike, and now we know that Courtney has stole your hat. Everybody's stealing. But really, though, it's just been interesting. And watching that Too Strong before we tapped in and went live.
Now, that was a live? He went live with that? I mean, that was a premiere?
Well, that was a premiere, yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, I said it because I wanted to see what they had to say, which is why I chose this quick time slot, because I'm used to getting up and warming up the algorithm for Madge, for Mornings with Madge. And even though Madge has gone back home and she's about to do a big premiere, I wanted to make sure that everybody, let's not break tradition. Let's not break tradition at all. Let's remember to tap in with Maggie. I'm telling you. And Madge, I gotta say what I gotta say. Because after watching the way that Steph was featured in that Too Strong video, I just got a bad feeling about where all of this is headed. Welcome, Lisa Mueller. Welcome. I'm sorry. I just that hit me hard. You know, I see timing. You know what, Madge? Madge, hold on a second. Because I think you should be here for this conversation. Because you might want to get a little quick background before
I'll send it.
You go live. Actually, I was about to take it and drop it in the chat.
No, don't do that. That's dangerous.
No, in our private chat.
Oh, that's all. Okay, I got you. I'm doing it.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the main chat.
And you know, before I even get into my feelings about all of that, I'm gonna wait for Madge to get here.
Well,
and then we'll be all leaving here and heading over to Maggie's house. Like, what planet are we on? What planet are we on where distractions have become? Wait a minute, what emoji did he say? I was going to watch Too Strong premiere after I finished the latest mukbang drop. Oh yeah, Mojiji, did you guys see the mukbang? I forgot to post it. I'm going to put up a little clip to let everybody know that there's new members only content. We got a new mukbang, you know, a little bougie high profile.
That was good, though.
Black Renaissance.
That was so good.
Mukbang, you know. I wonder what they got planned for Black History Month. Did you guys enjoy the band in the background, the live band? It was nice. It was nice. It was a good date night, Joyce. I'm glad we went to Somerville.
You know who will be perfect there besides you?
What?
And I may need to holler at him. Azar Lawrence. You know who he is?
Who's that?
Oh man, he's a jazz. He's a saxophone player, trumpet player, jazz guy. I know him. In fact, I need to put some of his
Maggie's
stuff
here.
on
Hold
there.
on.
I see Maggie. But besides you, he would be perfect to just do some performance there because it's that type of vibe. It's
Oh no, it's definitely a vibe. It's definitely a vibe. I have to say it was a well curated environment. It really was. I can't hate. And we got Maggie in the house. Hey, Madge.
Hello. How is
Yeah,
everyone?
we're good. Just I'm a little I'm a little shell shocked.
What is going on?
Well, you guys know I support Too Strong's channel. And I remember the first time Too Strong came over to Uncle Mike's. And they were talking about the alley situation. And then you remember Uncle Mike did that big, apology video, feeling like he did something wrong. And this was all right before Too Strong started doing their full exposure and getting through the onion of the alley, Shelly debacle.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that. And that was the first time I said, why everyone just stop talking about Allie. Just leave Allie alone. And it wasn't because I was trying to tell people what to do. It's because I knew something was off there. And anybody that was standing by it was going to get hit by the blast radius. And it could possibly affect people's credibility. But the way it was shaped in that video that we just saw from Too Strong, it was just, it was the admonishment of Steph.
What did she say?
They weren't even talking about Uncle Mike. Like,
Mm-hmm.
It was the admonishment of Steph. And I can understand why he made the points that he made. And these people are all grown. I'm not getting into anybody's squabbles. You know how I feel about that. I got enough fight of my own. I don't need to run around
Yeah.
other people's fights.
Mm-hmm.
But when I see something that could create such division, I have to point it out right away before imaginations start getting carried away, because this could look very bad. Like, there was even a moment where it was like, you're like the people that don't want to accept the truth, and you're like the people. And then the comment was made, maybe we need to check into your background. And then that gospel storm person, that divisive old man, the Storm Radio Live,
That man,
the new troll, he's sitting there in the chat during the premiere saying that all Steph and Uncle Mike are doing is after the money, and he's been watching them, and get her, Marlon, and this, like, it was very divisive.
Okay, so if I try to understand correctly, it was an old live that they did when Too Strong came on Uncle Mike. And
it was commentary that I believe happened after 444.
Okay.
But the way it was set up, and I had to say something about it, because Steph sits with you.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And Steph has sat with us.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Marlon said anything wrong from the context and the reference in which he did, but it just doesn't line up with Steph's character and what I've seen personally.
So I need to go watch the Too Strong video?
I think you should. I think you should. And considering how often you and Steph sit together, I think it's important that the two of you might want to address this, because the way it was framed to make her look totally incredible. And it also pointed the finger at they're down with the sickness, they're really not for the kids, and maybe they're out to get money and they're a part of the, so I don't,
Okay.
I did not like the way it looked.
Was it a live? Was it a video? Which live was
a
it?
video
Premiere, the last
premiere.
premiere that just came.
It literally just hit at 11, and I scheduled this to go in between that and you.
Yeah.
And then I saw what I saw, and I was floored.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
I'm not pointing any fingers at Too Strong. I'm not, ripping their heads off. If someone is challenging their very real evidence, that's filling the distraction. But I think it's because there was some intersection with the Nazia Harris conversation. And I think, what Steph was trying to say, from what I could see and remember, was, hey, we need to get past the distraction. We need to stop talking about this altogether. And I think that got spun on its head somehow. You need to take a look at it for yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it, and I'm gonna talk to Steph.
It's not Steph's character.
No.
And Too Strong. Oh, hold on a second. Grace is here.
I got it.
Oh, Steph, you're here. Perfect,
no,
Grace.
Grace.
No, but Steph is on the chat. Hello, Grace.
She's in the chat. Okay.
Everybody.
Yeah, hello, Grace.
So yeah, this is I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it. I don't understand what's going on, and I see, like I said, I see Steph in the chat. Okay,
Hey,
so Steph, have you seen the Too Strong premiere? Okay, I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna go watch it now.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think you should watch it. I think this is going to be something that you guys are going to want to address.
Yeah. So everyone, don't worry. We are all in contact. I'm talking also to Ron. I'm talking to Ronnie. We're gonna get to the bottom of everything, everyone. Don't worry about it. And as for Too Strong, I will see what's going on.
A lot of distraction.
A lot of distraction.
Once again, I had to speak on this really quickly.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm gonna go. Like I said, I'm gonna go watch it, and I'm gonna see what's going on.
Her face was featured over and over again, and the voice clips of her talking were featured over and over again, almost like, you're what's wrong with the world. You're the reason why people can't let the alley thing go. And it felt that way. And I don't want to get involved, but I definitely think it needs to be addressed, and Steph needs to be given a chance, because Steph and Uncle Mike,
she's my friend.
Steph and Uncle Mike have only shown their dedication to wanting to get help for the children and wanting to get help for the survivors. And if I didn't know them, I would not be thinking of them well.
I understand. I'm gonna go check it out, and it will be addressed. Steph, I'm gonna contact you, my love, and we're gonna see what's going on. I will be back. Thank you. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Oh, man.
Oh no, I was gonna say.
Love you, Matt.
Well, number one, my name Bennett. I ain't in it. My name Charles. That's between y'all. I didn't see it as though like how you see it, Jag. But Marlon is. Too Strong is perfect. Like your boy and then Marlon. It's just like they're
they're dope, and I love what they do. And
Marlon is like boom.
No,
but yeah,
Marlon,
for him to
I
throw
love
in
that.
Like that, it's kind of like
I
weird.
I love
but I don't
that
see it
about
as like an
Marlon.
attack.
I'm not saying
an attack, but
it is an attack. And let me be clear. I'm not saying that anyone attacked anyone. I'm saying that from the viewpoint that Too Strong came from, They were absolutely justified to say it the way they said it. I'm saying that when it came to addressing Steph from that point of view, it does not align with the core values that I've gotten to know about her, and it is very misleading. Is the admonishment deserved for the alley detractors? Absolutely. But does that line up with what we've seen from Steph?
No, it don't. But like someone said, perception is everything. Yeah, let them handle that. I'm in that. Let them handle that because
no, I'm not saying that I'm in it. What I'm saying is, as a viewer and a supporter, it threw me off. Not the commentary, not the admonishment, the person. It was the person that it was pointed at.
To make it seem as if,
you understand? It's people don't understand like how easy it is to trick a mind into believing a lie. It literally is as simple. And it's funny because that's exactly what Marlon was saying when he was talking about breaking down the Ally Carter lie, and he did the whole, analogy, kind of like how I do about, I said I'm in a car accident because I'm wearing a neck brace. Everyone believes it, but the truth is all of the things are lining up and they're not lining up. And clearly I've been caught in a lie, but just because I'm wearing a neck brace means that my story is valid. And whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. He's right. And guess what? That's also relevant to what he just did to Steph. Because the way he spoke and then attaching her image to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I said that's weird.
For those who do not know her commentary, or her heart, it's instant, boom, on her. And there's a lot of people on YouTube that deserve that speech. There's a lot of people on YouTube whose face should have been up there. The Steph thing threw me off.
Yeah. No, it's a lot more people that he could have profiled. That's why I said that's weird.
That's why I said for it to just specifically be her repetitiously shown repeatedly. That's you. That's what that is. And the only reason I can speak from a compassionate place in all of that is because I see it get done to me all the time. And meanwhile, while that's going on, there are people jumping in that particular chat where Steph is being featured on the screen saying, yeah, and Jag is a liar too. And like I had nothing to do with it.
You're not even in the conversation, but they threw you in there. That was.
But once again, they threw me in there while fingers are being pointed at Steph. And Steph sits with Maggie on Maggie's panel. And we've just hosted them all last week on this channel. It's a lineup. Indirectly, it's still a lineup. Birds of a feather flock together, right? That woman thinks like this, and that woman sits with her, and they're all with Jag.
Right. That part we'll have to get some straightening on. But yeah, other than that,
well, we don't need to get straightening. It's being straightened right now.
What is I'm talking about? I'm not talking about us. I'm saying that needs to be straightened out, and that's what, like you said, they gonna handle that.
Yeah, little fires everywhere. Yes, it opens up Steph to unnecessary judgment.
Grace, what you got to say about it? Did you hear it? See if Grace
Grace?
is there.
Her
Yeah,
mic
Grace
is muted.
Well, I don't know if she's
Well,
unmuted.
she has to unmute it. Grace? I swear to God, she be out there in the ether.
No, I think something's up with her phone.
What I don't want though is any more dissension and any more rumors and any more stories starting before we just need to shut things down.
Exactly. Shut down the BS.
And I just want to make it very clear that though I think that everything they said was absolutely relative and relevant, I just don't think it's relevant to Steph.
Oh, I didn't know Steph was on Popcorn Planet. Someone just put that in the chat. That's interesting. Speaking of, there's one content creator who shall remain nameless, because that's why I'm about to go with it right now. They do so much stalking, but they claim not to watch a certain content creator of ours, our good friend Madge, but they're able to imitate. They try to imitate her. It's just pathetic. Like, get to real journalism. Like, instead of tricking TMZ into posting a false story about Jaguar Wright, how about you?
And thinking that means that your platform has some real validity.
It's you're just.
We already know you were sitting at 10,000 subscribers for a long time, and then you started gradually moving up because you started upping your bot package. I already know what you got going on over there, Toots. The thing is, for somebody to sit there and say that they don't watch, now this was the troubling part. I never said I didn't listen to your content. Of course I listen to your content. How the hell else am I supposed to get the evidence of all of your craziness that you got going on if I don't check?
Pause. This Lisa Marie, email me. It's simple. Odell@smileyAudiomedia.com. Just go ahead and send me what you're going to send me. Odell@smileyAudiomedia. I don't even want to get too much on the who should be nameless.
I hear what you're saying, but my point is for somebody that don't listen and go through the trouble of saying it, and I don't listen. I fast forward through all of your commentary, maggot. I don't listen to anything you say, maggot. I fast forward and I just listen to old Dusty and Jag because they're the people that I have to watch.
Bingo. That part. You gotta watch this.
Why?
Yeah, y'all. There's a concerted effort, and we'll get more into that.
No, I'm just. You can imitate the woman like no other.
Oh man, you do a good job.
Like
Maybe
you do
impersonations,
like those female impersonators.
Ooh. Oh shit.
Cause see, I think I know you'll cry, Mr. Robertson.
Female impersonation. Well, Danielle, don't.
I think you should be arrested for impersonating a female. Because I'm really starting. No, because
she shall remain nameless.
Number one, we don't want to misgender. We don't know what that thing is. We don't know. But I tell you one thing, if everybody's been looking for a woman, and really what they've really been looking for is a man in makeup. That might explain why it's so hard to track you down. You give single white females broad, and then you sat there and stalked Ronnie Bowe for 3 hours.
Oh God!
You fast forwarded through everything. Through everything, you fast forwarded through everything, except for me and my man. Because we're the people you have to watch.
We have to ward off the negative spirits, the negative energy. We have to. I'm burning sage because this is the devil. You're speaking about the devil. The devil shall be nameless. We're not gonna. We're warding off the evil spirits. That's what we're doing right here.
Why you gotta watch? Are you being paid to watch?
You know that's what it is.
Like, why do you have to watch?
They ain't got nothing else to do.
All of the bullshit shop. Should have bought a Honda.
Bless this space for their trifling.
I know they're very upset at the fact that they don't know where we are. I know they're very upset at the fact that they have no way to harass us at our home. I know they miss, I just find it funny that every time they do something illegal, their entire alibi is to blame it on me. And now me and Odell. Now I have myself swatted because I was doing it for content. Why would I be doing it for content? It wasn't even on my channel. Like, is everyone forgetting that wild people, I won't say wild people, wild that mystery human, Mr. Robertson, Mrs. Mr. Robertson? While this person was busy saying that I was doing it for clicks and views and for content, I swatted myself with a phone that I didn't have control of, with a call that I never made, for a channel that didn't belong to me. No, for a channel that didn't belong to me. That was TJ's channel that happened on. I didn't go live on my channel for a whole nother month. That swatting was never on my channel, so why would I be using it for my gain? It wasn't helping me. It's TJ's channel. And everybody knows how badly and how quickly I got away from that person as soon as I could. So for crying out loud, how was I doing it for clicks and views? And yes, I told the people to run the likes up while I was being swatted. You goddamn right I did, because when you get more likes, it breaks through the firewall in the algorithm. I wanted to make sure that it got to the news, and guess what? It never did. That's why I said, run the likes up to make sure the world saw it, so YouTube couldn't contain it and sweep it away like they've done with everyone else they've allowed that to happen to. There was no profit in that for me at all. Once again, your stories ain't adding up. But when I think about how much of this has all happened, not on YouTube, but in the subcultures around YouTube, like Discord and the coffees, because that's where my swatting was planned, and that's where most swatting are. Even Instagram DMs.
Sounds like Discord is.
Now there's a situation that hit all of our lives that we haven't made public yet, because it hits so close to home. There are some young children, not babies, preteens, teens, but babies to us. They were on Discord, and one of the children found their way into a very inappropriate conversation. And I think the thing that's so disturbing about it now is the other person that's on this thumbnail, DJ Academics. He's being called out for his very inappropriate behavior on Discord with a young man that's 20 years his junior. He's old enough to be this young man's father. The young man who he was engaging in grooming for homosexual relations. He's 15. Academic is 35. He's 35. Now, I don't know what world we're on, but for us to run into a conversation amongst children in our real life that happened on Discord, and then for just a week and a half later, this thing with DJ Academic happening on Discord. The one thing that all of the adults were talking about when we busted this whole thing up was, number one, who gave y'all permission to get on Discord? How did you get into this app? And who taught you to talk like this? Because kids don't talk like this. The conversation that we infiltrated and stopped from going too far. And salute to the one mother who was involved in this situation, because if it wasn't for her, God knows how long that would have carried on. So salute to her. And she's a single mom. But we were sitting here racking our brains. How do these kids know how to use this language? And now here we are. There's a conversation that DJ Academic was recently having on Discord with this young man who's 20 years his junior. And the children that we're talking about are just under that. This young man is 15 and he's a gamer. The people that we're talking about are between the ages of 9 and 13. And yet their conversation was mimicking the same kind of conversation that Ak was having with this young man. Can anybody see where I'm going with this?
Well, I know where you're going, because I even mentioned it on my channel. Y'all can check it out on Set in the West, where number one, Ak was even going in on you about you pointing out who the monsters are, and you not knowing or not being at specific locations or at specific situations to be able to point out about X, Y, and Z. Who's the monster? And, you know, he made it a point to say, you know, when you made the point about Joe Budden having, you know, actual encounters with a man, that he was like, okay, at that moment, he knew you was on some BS because blah, 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 blah. And then I just kind of just brought it to everyone's attention, like, look, I gave you the benefit of the doubt, because there were rumors going around that saying, you know, Tekashi 6ix9ine's girl was saying that she caught Tekashi 6ix9ine and Ak in bed together, allegedly. And he came on the platform and immediately was like, you know what? That's BS. You know how they try to put, you know, Jamaicans into the gay category. That's a disrespect, blah, blah, blah. I ain't did nothing.
And I said, you know what? Give back the benefit of the doubt.
No.
And I even no. Listen. Then I even brought up the whole thing about him mentioning Bad Baby, the Catch Me Outside girl. He said for a 15-year-old, she got mad titties. I was like, okay, bro, that's wild. Why would you say something like that? That's crazy. Then him saying, if she got a college ID, I'm gonna smash. I don't care if she's 17. It don't matter. And then I brought up a story on my own. I was like, remember I told you, Jag, about the situation, the little girl my boy was trying to hook me up with. I was 19. She was 16 going on 17. I was like, nah, we just don't do that around here. That type of behavior, though, is perpetuated by certain individuals who are G-Unity or GROO. Y'all know the word.
G-Unit.
Yeah, right. And that's where you're going with it, which I figure that's what you're talking about. We're talking about
I'm talking about how young children who shouldn't be having these kinds of conversation on Discord are mimicking conversation that's being carried on between adults who are professional public figures and influencers.
And see, he said he was playing. And the thing is even before I did my video, I was like, I already knew that's where he was going to go
right
with
now.
It. You don't play like that.
He's lucky that boy is an orphan. He's lucky that boy ain't got no real family, because a real family would roll up on him and wear his ass out.
You don't play like
don't
that.
Talk
like
to nobody's child like that.
If that was my son and you playing with my
and
son
the truth
like
is,
that, I'm gonna come play with you.
No, the truth is, why haven't the authorities been contacted?
Oh no, they have. That's happening.
Because that was G-Unit behavior happening openly on Discord while he's sitting there laughing, talking about, oh, well, your homie, he's been close to you. Now he wants to be inside you. Are you kidding me?
Now, how about we start figuring out how we can implement policy to go after people who do stuff like that? Because he might be able to escape. He might be able to escape because of that.
There's no way in the world that children that we know should be having conversations that are mirroring the kind of filth that's coming out of academics' mouth.
Boom.
On an app where he has influence. His influence has now made it to our actual homes. I'm putting it on him. Fuck you doing, Ag? What you got going on? We already know you pledge allegiance to Aubrey, and we know how suspicious Aubrey is.
Because Baca got a wild case. He got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy?
Wop, 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 wop.
Oh, my God. See, y'all.
Straight men do not joke like that with men or boys.
I'm sorry, no, Jag. I'm not going to put my, you met my brother. And the funny thing is rest in peace to my cousin who just passed away. Funny thing is, I heard him on the phone this was years ago, making a joke to my cousin, like clowning, but it was real. It was what it's called. It's called SEX plane, sex plane, right? And when I heard that, I was like,
why would you spell it and then say it?
Well, I said X. I said, okay. Jag. Some men do that, and I always look at guys that do shit like that, and I be looking at them like.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. After my experience growing up on tour buses with rappers,
oh God,
I do not jive with that at all. Grown men who like wanking their yanks in front of each other, watching other men doing stuff, I don't bang like that. Like, honestly, I'm sorry. I just find it all beyond suspicious. I find it all nasty and disgusting. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. You know,
all I'm saying is, for years I thought them fools were gay, and I always was like,
he's sitting here talking all this craziness about he Jamaican and he don't mess around with the gay stuff.
then
And
you
it
shouldn't
is
make comments like that.
then you shouldn't be joking, asking a
Exactly.
young man if he's down for it, because the truth is, real yard man, see, your tongue should be taken.
Yeah, we gotta wrap tires around.
By the laws of Selassie.
Wrap
Your
tires
tongue
around
should
them.
be taken.
Wrap tires around them. Get the gasoline, and we know what to do after that. That's what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't no daggone yard man. You a waste man. You chichi man. Like
Yeah,
the
Batima.
Bachi said.
Batima.
You ain't nothing but a piece
It's
of southern
fast.
fried jerk chicken. Jerk.
Yeah, like someone said, it like Carter Turner said, it was like an interrogation, but that's what it is. That's what it is. You know, you have kids now who they're in school, and I mean, I remember back in the day, and there's nothing wrong with being like, you know, gay, straight, whatever. But back in the day, you know, the gay dudes especially got it hard. Pause. But you would get clowned. Now it's the other way around, and they will make fun of you for being straight. So yeah, like you said, Carl, it's like that type of conversation where you're like interrogating them, like, oh wait, you know, if my guy wanted to do this, you should, like, no.
I find it very interesting that Mr. Academics is now in this type of trouble, especially now. Like, the timing is interesting.
Well, I laid it out because think about it. Think about the Drake situation that's going on right now. And then there's another rapper from Toronto. This dude is actually an executioner. Well, I'll say allegedly. Drake actually got him out of jail. This dude named Top 5. So Top 5 went down, and he's an affiliate of Drake. And then now Act is going down. Yeah, coincidence, timing.
Understand this: the way Academic was talking to that young man, it sounded like he was procuring. He sounded like he was procuring. He was grooming. He was G-uniting and procuring. He was trying to see what that boy was into. He was trying to see what that boy would go along with, so he could give another snack to the devil. He's looking for Scooby snacks for the devil.
At his age, being 20, at his age being 20 years older than that young gentleman, he should be trying to empower that guy and not do that type of debauchery.
He said that, but it was the way he used that episode from Black Mirror with Anthony Mackie that made me throw up and turn on the whole genre. Because everything that he was saying to that young man was everything that was in that Black Mirror episode. Because that's what they was doing in that Black Mirror.
The recruiting
you
on
remember
YouTube
in
is
the Black Mirror?
intense.
Listen, I'm telling you, YouTube ain't turning into nothing but the back pages. Wait a minute. Do we remember? How many people remember Black Mirror? The episode with Anthony Mackie? Let me give y'all a little context just in case you don't know. Okay, let me plug up this laptop before it dies. Now, in the episode of this Black Mirror, Anthony Mackie was in a relationship. They was long-term friends. They had been around for so long. playing video games, and they got turned out on this new game, and it was VR. That is a couple of years ago. And they were having this VR, and they was fighting, you know, and the one character, he would choose the girl. And then the other character choose the guy. So one day they was in there in the game and they was fighting. And the next thing you know, they became attracted to each other. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Yeah, they fell in love. Like bitches. In the game. This your friend. You got a wife. You got real life pussy right there. But now you done fell in love with your friend in the game. Y'all in the game. And then the next thing you know, you start fighting, and then you start making the whoopee, and then you're fighting and whoopee, and you're all over each other. And then and now you gotta sneak away to play the game. Now you gotta sneak away to play the game. So you go get you some virtual yang from your friend, your male friend. This man got real life pussy in the other room. But he want to go and get it on with the gentleman with the dreads while he's pretending to be a girl. Yeah, wrestling over the frosted flakes.
And the irony is the damn name of the episode, Striking Vipers. Oh God.
Striking? Are you kidding me?
Sword fighting.
When I saw this,
off YouTube.
When I saw this, it changed everything for me with Anthony Mackie. They've been selling this. They've been selling this.
Yeah, and the wife became like a cuck or something.
Well, no, she started creeping because they was busy.
Oh my
playing
God.
the game. So she, oh no, baby. At the end of that episode, you remember she was like, oh baby.
Yeah, I know. That
enjoy
was,
your game.
I was just like, what the
Enjoy your game, baby.
Okay.
Go on in there and get in there with your virtual yang. You know, like.
No, wait, hold on. Kinzen said snakes on. Oh God.
Now this episode was what, 5 years ago? 6 years ago?
No, not 5. It was what was the one before this? Now I know
it was right around the time before the pandemic kicked in. So we're talking almost 5 years.
About 4 or 5 years.
So let's just get this
What
clear.
are you talking about? Imagine that cheating on. Wait, hold on. Somebody said cheating on your girl, man, with some VR chick or dude. What do you think? Instagram? Oh, not Instagram. What do you think? OnlyFans. Okay, I'm done.
Let's be very. That episode blew my mind. I couldn't watch an Anthony Mackie anything for God knows how long. Cause I'm sitting there like, and you approved. You took this script.
All right, babe. Back to
My point is.
Yeah.
This is the exact same scenario. This episode, everything that happened in this episode was exactly what Ack was selling to that 15-year-old. Remember? You know, your homie Y'all been through so much together, and your homie been beside you, and now he want to be inside you. That's this episode, is it not?
Right. Exactly.
What he was proposing to that man, that young man, because that's what we're gonna call him, a young man. And the only people that think like that are people that play like that.
Mm-hmm.
And all we're doing is questioning. His platform should be shut down. He should be banned from Discord immediately.
Mm-hmm. At this point, Discord needs to be investigated thoroughly. Like, YouTube, Discord, this is all.
That's what
they're
we're going
promoting
with.
their YouTube platforms on Discord. And they do most of their illegal activities on Discord and shape it for how they gonna play it on the YouTube. This is insane. You sitting there trying to turn that boy into a Lunchable for Lucifer. And now that same conversation that you having with him is trickling into our very real homes.
I invited Ack. He may need to come talk to you. He needs to come to Jaguar Country because he has a lot of explaining to do.
Explaining to do? He's got a lot of apologizing to do. You and your nasty little jokes are reverberating all through Discord and finding its way into creating uncomfortable situations in good black homes. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, bro. You look crazy right now.
Look crazy? He been looking crazy.
Well, he been looking crazy when he you know, the whole Drake situation, like, you know, just blazing. He's a blazer.
Like, come on, man. We already know you down with Diddy Nation.
Well, I'll say this: Diddy did invite him out earlier this year.
Diddy said he gonna see him in real time when he get out.
Oh damn! When he get out, okay. Let's pray that Diddy don't get out. But he did invite.
Let's pray that act go in and get them that reunion.
Oh well, maybe that'll be the situation. But Diddy did reach out and tried to have him come out. Act don't come outside. I know that. Act don't be outside like that. And Diddy was like, yo, you know, come party with me, Playboy, blah, 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 blah. And Act was like, hell no, I'm cool. I ain't mad at you. This was before Diddy was in jail.
I'm telling you, man, this is insane. Back in the day when I was growing up, there would have been plans for him to be handled, G.
Well, that's why I play steady dipping. Like I said, the neighborhood I grew up in, that type of ish wasn't allowed.
What bothers me is this boy is allegedly some kind of orphan who was brought to America and built a life for himself, gaming online, and then another gamer is backing him up. I listen to Armand. You know, I like listening to Armand because Armand be dropping, you know, he makes sure that the timeline be timelining.
Shout out to Armand Wiggins. What's up, man?
Shout out to Armand Wiggins. But my thing is, this boy is supposed to be an orphan, found an online family. Ack is attached to that online community. And
Ack trying to hit it from the back. How about that?
Oh no.
But maybe the reason why he wasn't going to the Diddy parties because he was recruiting for him instead, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
A foreign orphan at that.
With all of these missing babies. Ooh. Oh, I'm curious now.
That's a whole nother conversation because
Mhm.
and shout out to the president. I know I'm not a supporter like that. I mean, I'm just
Ooh,
in
child.
support of. I am in support of justice, and I'm definitely in support of making sure the children are safe. But that's what he's doing. He's making sure that a lot of these coyotes, these people from Mexico, illegals were coming over here with the kids,
Mhm.
and that's what they were doing. That was a cover. So, like you say, Jag, you know, you got these what orphans or foreign kids who come over here. They don't really have.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
It's like
they're
it's
saying
perfect.
that the boy lives in Malaysia. So this is a way to stay tapped in and be looking for victims online and not have to worry about the jurisdictional issues.
Yeah, exactly. There
Because
you
it's
go.
all overseas.
Well,
Like,
see,
people are not understanding how dangerous a global net this is.
well,
Mhm.
see that's what I'm saying. Like, we really got to start taking action on individuals who do stuff like this. These platforms who allow this type of stuff to go on. We really like Jag. What I was saying is the neighborhood I grew up in. That's why I played what I played in the beginning. We didn't go for any of that. We didn't even play with any of that. And when you start dealing with the kids, like I said, you wrap them ties, you get that gas, and bust that ass.
Yeah, it's real, guys, you know? It's real. And we gotta stop closing our eyes to it. And we also have to stop letting people shape the narrative of what's happening in our communities for us. When we see something, we address it.
Exactly.
And we move on. Me bringing up the Too Strong was not a shot at Too Strong. I support them. I believe in what they're doing in every way. And we support Uncle Mike, and we support Steph. And the thing is
Corey and Marlon, but they got it. Yeah, they come on. We just got it.
We support everyone, but we have to make sure that while we're out here crusading in our own sectors, in our own ways, that we're not jamming each other up at the same time. You know, we have to be careful of that. And there's so much cross information. It's so easy for these things, which is why I wanted to make that statement right out the bat. I wanted to alert Maggie to it, because even though Maggie doesn't have an official co-host, if she did, it would be Murph and Steph, you know, or Lady Letitia. And we don't want people being afraid to engage with people because of a misunderstanding. Or, like I said, everything that they said was relevant. Everything that they said was on point. I have no problem with it. The only issue that I had was that it doesn't sound anything like the Steph that I know. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this isn't us getting into a fight. This isn't us encouraging a fight. There is enough confusion happening in the backdrop. We don't need to add another layer. But the best way to make sure that that layer doesn't settle is to address it head on. And Maggie is a friend, and she is a Jaginator. She is a moderator for the Jaguar Wright Effect. And she just guest hosted a whole week of Morning with Maggie. And Steph was there. We don't want people coming to our platform and seeing that content and then being confused at seeing what Too Strong had to say. Do you see the line? How that, you know, people don't always follow the timeline of how things happen on YouTube. They see things as they come up in their algorithms.
I know. And I can see A2 Tits doing a headline to say Jaguar Wright goes at Too Strong. I can already see that. That's already that he's gonna. I guarantee you. Hey, AT too. I'll go ahead and create that thumbnail for you because I already know that's what you're gonna do.
Well, they're looking for anyway.
Bald head Uncle Fester, black Uncle Fester.
Okay, bald headed. Say it again, bald headed.
Black like them bagels that Jag burnt. I'm so mad about them. God damn it, the bagels.
God, you know what? God damn it, them goddamn bagels.
Let me tell you something. I got an oven. I got an oven that can cook all the bread you want. You just come on.
Jaguar Wright did it live that same night, and she made the salmon shit for her man with the bacon and all that. I was watching that shit. God damn it! I will give it to her. And I tell her go get your man so I can slap the shadow.
God damn it!
Have mercy.
That
Who would have
nigga.
ever thought that bread, fish, and tenderloin could create such a star?
It'll get you mad.
Hammer, slap your mama, I guess. I guess. Oh my goodness.
So are we talking about what are we gonna talk about next? Courtney, or are we talking about Mr. Jigga with his new music venture with the South Korean company Music?
I'm gonna let you take point on that conversation. Get into it.
All right, y'all. Look.
And we'll wrap there because don't forget, guys, it wasn't that long a review for Maggie. It was only like 25 minutes. So she should almost be done reviewing and be ready to go live on her channel. And we don't want to be late for Maggie.
Let me run this too. Shout out to little bro Ronnie Bo and his book, The Conspiracy to Colonize Our Culture. Ronnie's doing his thing. I'm definitely in support of what he's saying, and
I'm freaking proud of him.
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah, hold on, because he actually made it to the damn news. I was telling you that's.
Oh yeah, congratulations.
Good.
Yeah, conspiracy to colonize our culture. Hold on one second. Let me run this real quick, Jack, because I just wanted to say this because we can't leave without really giving him his credit. And
then I'm gonna tie it in to what we're doing with cruelty free, because this is exactly what we want as a company. We want to, cruelty free artistry.
Honey,
isn't just
before
for
you
music.
go on, can we please acknowledge Mojiji's comment?
What'd she say?
Mojiji says, I watched the premiere. Yeah, something is off with that. I agree, Jag. It looks like Marlon is confusing Steph with a different lady. And I'm wondering if that Gospel Storm guy is behind it.
We'll see.
And Mojiji, that's why we love our Jaganators, because they are not stupid people. They just need right information. Listen to me. Does everyone remember how the Gospel Storm made his way onto YouTube? Through Storm Monroe. It's a Storm Monroe agent. That's why he called himself the Gospel Storm, because he was supposed to be the storm for the gospel news, but he hasn't been talking about a lot of gospel lately. Interesting. Anyway, he came on to Storm's channel. Actually, honey, we gave him an invitation to sit and talk with you over at Set in the West, which he totally ignored. But then he started creeping around Natasha Rubin's door, trying to bully his way onto her panel. He's been bullying his way. Hey, Sean Atwood Clips is here. He's been bullying his way onto Too Strong's platform. He tried to bully his way onto mine. Then he tried to find an engagement with me. I cussed his ass out, told him better leave me the hell alone. So now he's changed his name from the Gospel Storm to Storm Radio Live, because I guess he's trying to create a little dissection away from Storm's platform, which has taken a great credibility hit. And so now he's Storm Radio Live. But he was the main one in that Too Strong Live, pushing that agenda. Get her, Marlon. Yeah, that Steph lady. Yeah, they're all about the money. They're scamming. This is what Storm Radio Live had to say about Steph and Uncle Mike.
All right.
And before we continue, and don't forget to subscribe to our friends page. I just want to take a little poll while we got enough. And love right back to you guys. You know how much we love our Atwood family. Now, put a 1 in the chat if you think Uncle Mike and Steph are scammers. Put a 2 in the chat if you think their motivation is pure to help save the children.
Yeah, back to what I was saying about this, and I didn't want to get go too long on this because Ronnie will definitely be talking with you on the Jaguar Wright show. Speaking of, y'all know TikTok ain't going away, so I kind of tucked it, but we have the Jaguar Wright show on TikTok because, you know, she has the Jaguar Wright show on YouTube, the Jaguar Wright show on Rumble. The Jaguar Wright show is on TikTok. We need y'all to follow that. Ronnie Bo will more than likely be on there to speak on this book, Conspiracy to Colonize Our Culture. And I just wanted to shout that out because I was transitioning into the conversation about Jay-Z. And I know people, you know, they get very touchy-feely about the situation about Jay-Z or the topic of Jay-Z. So what happened as of late is Jay-Z partnered up with a music platform company out of South Korea called Music Cow. And it kind of looks like he's moving into the same footsteps as what he did with Tidal. Now, if you don't know Tidal was a aggregator or platform almost like Spotify where, you know, you could go on there and listen to your music, streaming, et cetera, et cetera. Streaming is a scam because these companies, these tech companies, they house all your music. They don't own anything. It's like Uber. They don't own any cars, but they make so much money. It's digital pimping. I've been called a digital pimp. Remember that? Remember that, Jag? But the real digital pimps are people that run Uber and Lyft. They do not own any cars, but they have a service that makes them so much money. So Jigga is just following in the same footsteps. Tidal didn't necessarily become successful. He had a situation where he invited all of his people, J. Cole, I think Adele, Beyonce, they all had shares in it. They put money in, and it kind of went bust. And when it went bust, I think Nicki Minaj even was just like, yo, let me get my bread. And it took her a minute to get her bread. But Tidal housed Jaguar Wright's whole catalog, and Jaguar Wright has not seen a penny of whatever streaming that Tidal had did for her catalog. Now, he's moved forward to speak on hey, thanks for the new follow. I see people are following for the Jaguar Wright TikTok. That's crazy. I appreciate y'all even coming up right with that. But peep game. I'm just moving forward, trying to wrap it, trying to land my plane. You know, I know y'all say I don't land my plane. It'd be taking me a long time. It'd be a little windy. Nigga can't land this quick. Rock Nation teams up with South Korean company Music Cow to launch the first music equity service provider in the US. So Jay-Z is a part of this situation where it enables music rights owners to buy, sell, and trade shares of their music royalty revenue with public investors. So let's say y'all are invested in Jaguar, right? You guys can buy the Jaguar Wright catalog, and then you guys can go ahead and make money off of it because you're like investing in what Jaguar Wright music is going to, bring in the future. It's funny because the same day that this was announced, it was a few days ago, we have incorporated cruelty-free artistry as a federal nonprofit. So stay tuned. We're reaching out to investors, and we're going to really get this thing going. Jag does what she does.
You want to know what's wild?
What's wild?
Everything they're trying to sell with this new entity is what Tory Lanez was offering to teach people to do for themselves.
And that's where I was gonna go. That's where I was gonna go.
Mhm.
The NFT.
July
and Nip. Nip was on
2021.
that too. Nip was on it.
So now the very agendas that you were working so hard to stop from happening, you want to take them on, but you want to do it at a time where your persona in the public eye isn't great. So now you think you want to steal my business model? I'm so sick and tired of you, Sean, stealing my great ideas. I'm so sick of it.
Yeah, man.
It's really disgusting.
I find it very interesting. I swear, because Jag, we've been working behind the scenes to just get all this stuff out, but we don't say. Well, at least I don't say much. Jag,
The reason why we never pushed anything out front was because we wanted to make sure that we were on the books, so no one would have to feel though they were donating to any duplicitous. People have gone so far out of their way to make me look like I'm a scam artist.
Right.
That we
even
wanted to make sure that everyone understood that this is legitimate, legal, and whatever you choose to donate, it will be going to the right place.
And even Jay's attorney, this guy named Spiro, he tried to, and he's still trying to craft up this conspiracy that you're a part of to bring down Jay-Z. It's wild. Trust me, people, when you really start uncovering the layers, because I'm in the thick of it. I've had copywritten stuff that I copy wrote that all of a sudden got changed because X, Y, and Z, because they know. Man, y'all don't know the half, but no,
people really don't know, because people don't really want to believe.
No, they don't.
That these people are as invested
in
as
the lies.
They are.
They're invested in the lies. They're invested in these liars. But like I said, I find it.
But then when they watch the movie, they're fine with it. That's the part that I don't understand. Why do y'all believe it when y'all watch a movie from Warner Brothers? But when it happens in real time, everyone is like, "Well, that can't be true."
Well,
you thought it was true when Matt Damon was Jason Bourne. What are you talking about?
All I'm gonna say, people, is this: when you have companies like this Music Cow, who Jay-Z partnered up with, there's always like an opposition. Like you have Republicans, you have Democrats, you have Crips, you got Bloods. I'm gonna bring it back to why I even came with steady dipping and all that. You're gonna have that's a CIA thing. There's always the one side, here's the other side. Jay-Z got ahead of this whole little situation with him being a part of the Music Cow because he's all about music equity for the artists. But we know, bro, your history doesn't show that. You've been on bullshit. Even Benny Siegel was like, I wouldn't have got with Jay. I would have got with Dame, because Dame was more approachable, but he didn't have the plan. And we see what happened to Benny Siegel in his career. Like everybody you touch, check my my YouTube channel where I compared Dr. Dre, shout out to Dr. Dre, versus Jay-Z.
Thing over and over and over again.
A rat doesn't change its tail. That's all I gotta say.
Over and over and over again.
A camel doesn't change its humps.
There is no one that has ever done business with this person that has not been screwed over by him. There is no one. Like, what does it take? What does it take? The simple fact that people are still trying to convince themselves that this person isn't the terrible person that he is. But see, that goes to show you why what Too Strong is doing is so important. It's so important because people are refusing to see that they don't want to see. They don't want to see.
Mm-mm.
They want to watch. They want to be told. They want to gossip. They want to have something else to complain about. You're absolutely right, friend. We do need more unity.
Mhm.
And we also need more likes. Because there shouldn't be no way we under 500 likes. I need 100 more likes before we get up out of here. Like, seriously.
This South Korea deal is very interesting. For the people who are fans of K-pop and you got young babies listening to the K-pop, mind your children and watch where the money's going.
Be careful.
Please be careful.
Grace, you just said something about the whole South Korean thing, and let me get into the because I study. I'm getting deeper into the global politics of things. Let me see. Is South Korea part of the BRICS? I don't know if you guys understand or know what BRICS is, but BRICS is basically
it was Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. I cannot confirm if South Korea joined BRICS.
Well, that's what I'm looking to see. Algeria is one, Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, India, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Nigeria, Thailand,
they
Turkey,
done got numbers
Uganda,
now.
Uzbekistan, and Vietnam. They've been a part of it as well. I don't think South Korea is a part of it, but what you got to understand is and like I said, Trump, the president right now, he like Jag said, he's here to stop the impending, and what they're doing right now. The world doesn't want the dollar to be
okay.
And I don't want to get.
We have an update. We have an update.
Okay,
guys,
go ahead.
Magic's gonna be live, and Steph will be there in 15 minutes. So let's get ready to wrap up.
We're gonna wrap.
Everyone can be there.
We're gonna wrap. See ya,
Thank
Kenzen.
you to here, and thank you, Christine.
Kenzen, no, yeah, you're right. South Korea isn't part of the BRICS. See what I was trying to tie in as far as like your guy over there maybe trying to be a part of a new money system. That's all.
You ain't slick. Still watch your children, because the young people like K-pop.
K-pop is the only other thing that is as influential as hip-hop right now.
Yes.
On the world stage for music.
Yes.
It makes sense that that would be a fair target for world influence without American government interference.
And regardless of how people feel, the new commander-in-chief then put his boots on and he kicking doors in.
See,
he's doing what he can do.
I want to put this up. I want to say this, and then we're going to get ready to shut it down.
Indeed.
You can think whatever you want to think. You can believe whatever you want to believe. We see the evidence of people's choices every day on YouTube publicly. No one's going to tell you what to think or what to feel or what to say. That's not our job. My question is this: why do you care? Like, I'm going to cam up for this. You don't think Trump is going to change anything? Okay. Why do you care? You need to start holding yourself accountable for the things you allow to run your mind. Understand this. Trump succeeding in this presidential term is important for all of us. Who cares what we think he's going to do? Why don't we pray that God has another plan for him to carry out? See, the only way that statement means anything is if you don't believe in God. Because Trump, even as president, is nothing but a servant of God. Like all of us. Whatever is going to happen, that's the way God wanted it. If you're worried about Trump, clearly what you're not focused on is God. Why do you care? And you got to be careful with that stinking thinking. It says in the Bible, lean not into thine own understanding. That means don't trust what you be thinking. See, you see that statement? I don't think. You're right, you don't. At all. If you're worried about what another human being is going to do and how it's going to affect your life, it's not Trump's job to make your life great. It's your job. Now, he is taking on the task to make America great again, but he will fail if Americans don't choose to be greater. He can fight for whatever he wants to fight for. If we're not doing as the citizens what we need to do to make our communities great again, to make our states great again, to make our counties great again, like we got to give him something to work with. Y'all sitting there bringing moldy bread to this man and say, we want gourmet French toast. Where's the personal accountability? All you want to talk about is what you think, nigga. What do you do?
Why are you bringing the N-word into this?
Well, I got called a nigga yesterday by a liar. Let me pass it on.
No, I'm the N-word. Why are you bringing me into this?
Stinking thinking. Why don't you stay out of your head? It's a bad neighborhood. Look at how many times your mind has already robbed you. It's robbing you right now. You worried about another man who's working on his plan. What's yours? Everybody got time to pick apart everybody's plan. Everybody want to pick apart Jag plan too. What's your plan? Stop thinking. Start listening. To
Can
God.
I say something? Can I say something?
To God. Because if you truly believe in God and you believe that all of the words in the prophecy is true, then you should already know it don't matter what you do. You think? Do you? Do you think?
Yeah. The only thing I was going to say is to this person who said, Trump isn't going to change anything for the better. Let's look at the past president Biden. He changed some things, but then guess what? For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. You see what he did with this whole DEI thing and all that or whatever. And let's not get it twisted. DEI only really benefited white women for the most part. 85, 90% of DEI was for them, and then the alphabet people, then black women, and then everybody else. Stop it, y'all. Y'all got to get out of this whole con game. Y'all think, And Biden was a damn racist too. And I ain't even gonna put the allegedly on that. The '94 crack crime bill, the crack shit, racist. Straight up. Trump, I don't really rock with Trump like that 100%, but guess what? He's the president. We're gonna count on this guy to do the right thing. If you don't do the right thing, we put the feet to the fire because the people ultimately had the power.
A lot of people didn't like.
And God has God has all the power. I'll say it like that. And that's
a lot of people didn't like Tom Brady, but he kept getting in rings though, didn't he? You ain't gotta like your quarterback, but damn it, if you're on the field, help them get it to the end zone.
Support them. And the true terrorists are the ones who are pushing the disunity and the this and that. It's like, yeah, when Obama got elected president, I put on Twitter, I was like, everybody organized. That was real shit because Obama wasn't everybody was Obama sexuals and saying this. Obama wasn't the end all to be all. We see how he failed us. I still say the same thing. Organize. Everybody organize. Let's organize. Let's get this thing popping.
Let's be clear.
Make our communities better.
Baby, let's be clear about this. We got to give them something to work with. We got to give them something to work with. And right now, what the president has to work with ain't great. He has a completely divided nation that's focused on all of the wrong things and can't come together to make our minds up solidarity as one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Like, I mean, what happened to that?
Yeah. Remember what the preamble of the Constitution said: "We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union." And hey, Jag, a more perfect union. Y'all got to peep that. It's not more.
That part.
MOOR, a more perfect union. But anyway,
understand, there's so much that people are not getting. All of this division is killing us. All of these distractions are numbing and desensitizing our minds. And somebody came through yesterday, and this will be my last thing, and then we out of here. But somebody came through here yesterday on some, Trump is going to get rid of Black History Month, and I'm like,
that's
okay,
that's not true.
No, even if it were true, okay, who cares? Y'all ain't had no problem when they straight canceled Juneteenth last year.
And that was under Biden.
Wait a minute. Why y'all care? Because Juneteenth got canceled in every major city. People were lied to. We can talk about Leimert Park because remember, babe, they wanted me to come and sing for the Leimert Park Juneteenth concert. Remember, babe?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? It didn't happen. And why didn't it happen? Because even though the Leimert Park organization was planning to put on the Juneteenth performance, it had already been announced in the newspaper, the city public newspaper, that it was canceled.
Disinformation.
Straight disinformation. And that didn't just happen. That didn't just happen in LA. That happened in major cities all over the United States. So,
is that Slauson girl? Shout out to Slauson girl. That's the home girl. If that's Slauson girl, tap in. We definitely got to get you and Jag together. Back to what you're saying about.
Serious. Well,
back to what you're saying about that.
Maybe we should get together for a supper.
I've been reached out to
Somerville.
her. No, I've been reached out to her. Yeah, she needs to tap in. She know what it is.
No, but seriously, how we gonna ask for people to respect Blacks more in this country when we don't respect ourselves? You know, like, we don't respect ourselves. You go from YouTube channel to YouTube channel to YouTube channel, and you can see how little we as a people respect ourselves. Let's give our president something to work with. Thank you, dear.
All right.
I mean,
Grace, you got anything?
Let's just.
Well,
let's just. I know. I'm just. All I'm saying is, if y'all going to sit up there and talk about what this man ain't doing, talk about what they ain't do. The people that you almost got back up in here. Because if Joe Biden is truly in full dementia, that means it was Kamala that was there in power when Juneteenth totally got canceled with out of nowhere. That's all. That's just all I had to say.
All right. So we wrapping because we said Maggie's on. She's coming on. Your girl Candace is on. Candace Owens. She's on.
Well, Maggie is coming on, and that's where we're going. So everybody, let's round up and let's head over to Maggie's.
You got anything you gonna say, Grace?
Children, keep your vibrations extremely high. It is necessary. It is getting dark out here. Mr. Burgess looks like the Yeti from off of Monsters Inc. I thought that was a wig. And for you, TD, for you, Unc, and for everybody in the chat, Magic, all of you, y'all keep fighting. Like, standing in truth is hard right now. I'm proud of every single last one of y'all. Y'all keep standing firm.
Yeah, and Slauson Girl, hit Jag on her Twitter at Jaguar Wright. I've been hitting you on Twitter at AO2K. Let's link. And then on that note, remember, we forgot to talk about Courtney, but I think the only thing we need to say about Courtney is this.
That part.
That's it. That's all. All right. You got all the swag in the world. All right, we out, right? Are we out?
We out.
All the swag in the world. That's that guy here. I produce for 2 parts.